The situation in Palestine is complex and sensitive, with a history of conflict and occupation that spans over 5 decades, resulting in widespread human suffering, displacement, and instability, and has become one of the most enduring and intractable conflicts in modern history. Palestine has been under Israeli occupation since 1967, leading to a protracted conflict that has resulted in widespread displacement and refugee crises, with millions of Palestinians forced to flee their homes and live in exile, restrictions on movement, trade, and access to resources, settlement expansion and land confiscation, and egregious human rights abuses and violence, including extrajudicial killings, arbitrary detention, and torture, which have had a devastating impact on the Palestinian people, particularly children, women, and the elderly. Recent developments have only exacerbated the situation, with escalating tensions and clashes between Israelis and Palestinians, increased settlement construction and expansion, and the ongoing blockade of Gaza, which has severely exacerbated humanitarian crises, including food and water shortages, limited access to medical care, and high levels of unemployment, resulting in a dire humanitarian situation, with severe consequences for the Palestinian people, and has led to widespread international condemnation and calls for action to address the crisis. The international community has consistently called for a peaceful resolution, advocating for a two-state solution, respect for international law and human rights, and an end to occupation and settlement expansion, and despite ongoing efforts, the situation remains volatile, with a lasting resolution remaining elusive, and the humanitarian situation continues to deteriorate, with severe consequences for the Palestinian people, and the international community must take immediate action to address the crisis and promote a just and lasting peace, and to hold those responsible for human rights abuses accountable, and to provide support and assistance to the Palestinian people, and to work towards a future where all people in the region can live in peace, dignity, and prosperity, free from occupation, oppression, and fear, and where the rights and dignity of all people are respected and protected, and where the principles of justice, equality, and human rights are upheld, and where the Palestinian people can exercise their right to self-determination and live in their own independent state, with sovereignty and dignity, and where the Israeli and Palestinian peoples can coexist in peace and mutual respect, with a shared commitment to justice, equality, and human rights, and where the region can finally know peace, stability, and prosperity, after decades of conflict and suffering, and where future generations can grow up in a world free from conflict, violence, and fear, and where the Palestinian people can finally realize their dreams of freedom, justice, and equality, and live in a world where their rights and dignity are respected and protected, and where they can contribute to the development and prosperity of their community, and where their children can grow up with hope and opportunity, and where their future is bright and promising.